Hi there guys and welcome to another Train Sim 2024 video. Should we start calling it Train Sim Classic again, because that's the next version is going to be called. Really stupidly, I've just actually accidentally clicked stream and record at the same time there. So if you clocked a little bit of a midday stream today, or whenever this video goes out, it was an accident. I do apologise. Right, okay, so today we are looking at something a little bit special. And I say a little bit special, it's very special to me. This route is Leeds Northwest. It was started about 12 months ago by MaxTracks. So you guys will know MaxTracks from the Mark Vs and several other of the ATS products. A lot of the ATS team worked on this as well, and it's a banger to say the least. But I'll let you guys be the judge of that. This route was kept a complete secret from me while it was being made. I knew it was being made, but I didn't know what it was. I saw assets come thick and fast through, but there's nothing that identified geographically where this route was. But it was a big surprise to me when I played it on stream live the other week. So thank you very much to MaxTracks for that and the rest of the team for keeping it a secret. It was good. It was good. Right, so today we are taking, this route is still heavily work in progress, by the way. It is not complete. It is not complete. The bit we are driving is pretty much complete. We're driving between Skipton and Leeds. There are other bits of the route, and I'll talk about where the route sort of goes to the best of my knowledge as we go down the route. I'm not 100% sure on where everything is, but I have driven the quarry section, which is the Rollstone quarry, and I know that the Ilkley branch is still to be done. But this section we're driving is between Leeds and Skipton. So let's get started on this anyway. And if you do want to keep up with further updates this week, I'll be doing a few more videos of this and plenty more streams. So do feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be kept up to date with this route. And heading over to Twitch for more updates, more live interaction with the team as well that are creating the route. Right, okay, so welcome to Skipton. You're in charge of 91130 on today's 1 Alpha 13 morning departure 0656 to the cross as far as Leeds. Enjoy. Right, let's unpause. As always with these sorts of videos, we're not really here for my driving. I will do my best to sort of keep us rocking and rolling, but I'm going to be showing you a lot of the exterior stuff and all of that jazz anyway. So, yeah, the actual driving of things, just getting us round the route, really, not necessarily here for the scenario. Now, you are about to see something that I forgot happened this early on, and you will have seen this in the thumbnail anyway. So there is a 333. And we'll have a little look around Skipton as well. So, 333's first time in Train Sim Classic. This one, at this precise moment, is AI only. There are still some model changes to be made. The tumble home on the side, I know Max wants to change. That sort of thing. But it is AI only as it stands. At the moment, the doors open, close, the headlights will work. It has some sounds, not all sounds are in, like door sounds and stuff, but it is looking spectacular. Now, the plan is with this is to make sure that the AI version goes out with the route, so you get to see it as AI, and then soon after, it will be converted into a fully drivable bit of stock. Right, let me just pause the simulation here, because I don't know how. I'll let it run for a bit. And then we'll go and have a look at Skipton. One of the best things about this route is not just the stations themselves, but the clutter and things that have gone into this route are unbelievable. Not to my own words, but I do tend to sort of stand by them. This is definitely one of the most detailed Train Sim Classic routes I have ever seen. Hands down. It really is. The feel of it, the joy of it, just the skill that's been done in this. I am just in awe of, really. It really has pushed TS Classic to the next level a bit, which is lovely. I'm just going to take you up just to show you the stabling yard up here, because it's one of my favourite parts of the route. And there's some really quirky little features here. Let me show you this. There's Some of the depot stuff is really cool to have as well. This little marker here. Take extra care when blue reflectors show icy conditions. So if you have snow on the ground, that thing's blue. That thing is actually blue when you're in winter. So that's really cool. You can probably see already and tell already there are new assets galore in this. You're talking over 800. I don't like to use asset counts as a measure of how good a route is. It doesn't always make a difference because you can have 800 assets in one station. But this has had massive OHLE upgrades, which will be going into the ATS OHLE pack. It has got assets that we've been asking for and dreaming for in TS for a long, long time. So I'm really, really pleased to see them. A lot of those, a lot of the clutter items and things like that will transfer over to the ATS Common Library, but quite a few of them will still be proprietary to this route. Just so you're aware, for any of you route builders, there's lots of new housing stock, there's lots of new buildings, there's lots of new supermarkets, there are, oh god, lots and lots of new bits. Lots and lots of new bits. Yeah, the new supermarket buildings are over here. I think one's a Tesco's and one's a Morrison's, if I remember rightly. One thing I can say about this route is requirements. Okay, so requirements for this route, there is one. There is one requirement, and that is the Huddersfield Leeds route by DTG. That is the only requirement to this route. Right, let me just check. Yeah, we're all set up. Headlights. We can start to move as soon as we get thy road. We have a 45 departure from here. DRA can come off because we have the road anyway. I was actually in the cab for 91 the other week. It's quite weird being in it in train sim now as well. Right, okay, we are good to go. Let's get rocking and show you the rest of this route. You've sort of seen the 333, which is like a really big sort of nice bit of this. The way the guys did it on a stream was I drove a scenario first with a 66 out of, I want to say Rylstone Quarry. I want to make sure I've got that right. Yeah, it's Rylstone Quarry, which is in the route, and the quarry looks amazing. At the end of the video, I might actually just dip in and show you that. And I drove that to Skipton, and then I took a 158 from Skipton to somewhere else, and then I drove the 91. Foster Square? I think it was Foster Square. So the scenery is Cameron Forbes. He does a lot of the ATS, all of the ATS routes basically now. And Max themselves. Clutter has been on stations, has been Clowes. Matt Goodison has done the OHLE. Max has done all the custom assets. Ivor, I think, did some signalling work. And if I've forgotten anybody, I do apologise. Max also did the 333 itself. So on this journey, we are at Keighley, Shipley and Leeds. But it is stunning. The way the distance scenery's worked in this route is really, really nice. It's turned out phenomenally. There are also some new stone bridges as well. I don't know if there's any of them in this section. Yeah, look. So new dry stone walling with the verticals. Don't worry, there's little bits, remember, it is still work in progress. With little bits. So this is a loft, if I remember rightly. But the new dry stone walling, I think, looks lovely. But there's too many new customers for me to just show them off in one go. But what it does is it really locates the route where it needs to be. As you can see, a lot of the OHLE has had new bakes as well. Some of it's all new, but it's looking really nice. And this will be transferred into the ATS OHLE pack. You've also got a lot of these, which are for like track workers, like a warning system. I can't remember the name of it, but they're in as well. The track detail and trackside clutter detail is phenomenal. Cameron was a bit annoyed that he only had grazing sheep. He had no sheep with their heads up. Anyway, we can do 90 now. The route just feels really fresh. I think that's the best way I can describe it. And here in this, I will stop at most stations. Even if you don't stop at, I will stop at stations to give you a look over and stuff and see what's around and look at the clutter and these are actually dynamic, like in Chatmos. The station signage is all absolutely spot on. There's none of the funny ones in here, I don't think. This mill building is obviously a converted mill, so that's a whole new asset as well, which is lovely. You can see like the modern glass paneling is like really brings it up to sort of modern day sort of looking building, even though it's a 200-300-year-old mill. But yeah. Just stunning. I'll say that word too much in this video. Mark 4's like one of the worst to look out the window of, really, isn't it? Because that's your max view. Oh, Jake will be level crossings as well, sorry. There's also, these are all the very latest from the Jake's ATS pack, which is stunning as well. We also have, I'll show you that a bit later. Yeah, I'll show you that in a bit. I might do that as a separate video, I don't know. I might show you Rolston Quarry in this video, I might do it as a separate video, I'm not 100% sure. It's just the way everything blends in and looks. Super duper nice. So this is Steedon and I just read that and didn't even get it. Steedon and Silsden. Nice split platform. Lightweight, another one of the lightweight platforms. You can see you've got the grating underneath those as well. Just all very, very pretty. My train's about to make us jump all the way over there, so let's catch up with the train. So you don't miss any of the route. You see, just even from the cab, like the distance stuff works so well. I mean, it's still not perfect, you've still got bits popping in, but that's just train sim. There's not a lot you can do about that. Now this is a nice station. Not gonna lie. A lot of people are saying, can it connect to the? I think it's Golden Age or Steam Sound Supreme that have done the Kingworth Valley Railway. It doesn't connect to that. No, no. It's a whole new model, whole new everything around here. This little derelicty sort of building sitey bit here, really like as well. It's that big building up on the hill up there. Just really fits in. I've got to try and remember where my stopping points are with this beast on this run. Yeah, there's mine. Oh, it's 8OX. No, that's not me. Mine's beyond the signal. See? Mine's there. Look. Just get it in my cab window there. Yeah. Perfection. Right, let's go and have a baz around the station. And see that black 5's pulled in now. Is that a black 5? Makes tea, that's all I know. Oh dear, the kettle joke. Mate, boys, so nice walk around the garden. I like that. Typical train sim classic passengers. It's just weird things like the texture for this bridge, like the flooring. I love it. I really, really love it. I mean, I'm not one for exploring stations as such, but the fact that you can is quite cool. But a lot of the signage and everything like that, you have some humorous ones in there as well, don't get me wrong. But there's also some actual proper ones as well. There's also, you'll see, they're slightly rippled, like there's, these ones don't show it off as well as the other ones. So they don't just look like pictures. You can see they've got ripples in the paper. I know it's a little thing that Klaus has worked on. It looks amazing. The Bentham line. See, I don't know where any of this is. But all of your jazz is in there. This is actually a Pete asset, these little bike stores. I saw Pete make those. And then the surrounding area. There is the turntable is in, little signal box, but the track only goes up to sort of hide a train in sort of thing. It's not on the list to be extended or anything. I think this does leave before we do. So remember, if you're seeing little bits that aren't quite right, please remember this is heavily work in progress. This is just a preview. It's just lovely. Fred Dibna'd love this route. There are loads of big industrial chimneys, like Victorian mill chimneys and stuff. I love it. Boiler house chimneys. Right, let's get this beauty ready to go again. I can't stress you guys how nice it is to be able to drive my favourite train on a route as beautiful as this. It's a new place to drive it as well, which is always good. We've got 85 coming out of there. Our next stop is in 5 and a bit miles, and that'll be Shipley. We can just keep that 90 because we're never going to reach 85 by then anyway. We reached 59 mile an hour by the 90 sign. She's not known for acceleration, the old 91. Even though it isn't terrible. It was an East Coast racehorse. It was built for non-stop fast services. So I'm sure this view is something some of you will have seen driving up this road. This is Cross Flats, not to be mixed up with Cross Gates, which I called Cross Keys on the stream. But there you go, Cross Flats. Oh, that was 80. We were going to be 80 coming in there. This is also a very pretty station. This is Bingley. Which is very pretty with a mill in the background and that. It's just something about the way these stations are made. They're all Max's models, and they are just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then you can get some nice custom signage. That's a real poster, by the way. So yeah. Ah, there's the Cameron sign. Love it. Absolutely love it. Cameron, of course, is the guy who's done a lot of the scenic work on this route. Brilliant, brilliant guy. Brilliant guy. You've even got some of the Bingley Tunnel sign, 151 yards. The new platform end stuff as well, stunning. There's so many of these little bits that I want to see in some of the ATS routes updated with and things would be just unreal. But the detail, the attention to detail on the stations is something that I think is really a key selling point of this route. Talking of that, this is a payware route, by the way. I don't think any of you would have expected it as a freeware route. There is no price. There's no price. There's no release date yet either. There is in our heads, but not well. There's a release date in our heads, but not for public knowledge at the moment, because things change so much, or something might crop up. We don't give release dates. We've learned our lesson with that far too often. Sewage works, very nicely detailed down there. some are like where the rivers are and these little valleys with these bridges on. It's a bit more blatant in the other section, but like you've got like come on, like aqueducts. I think is there the locks up here? There's like a famous set of locks. I don't know if it's this one or further up, but they're all in. Just that'll keep Pete happy. Again, you'll see there are bits that still need sorting out and stuff. It's not perfect at the moment. These are just ancillary bits. The only reason I got to show it off this early was because it was done to a standard which was good enough from the cab. Here, I think this is where the screenshot's from, is probably my favourite of the stations. So this is Saltaire, if I remember rightly, I've pronounced it correctly. It's got the great big, huge, overpowering mill. And I love a bit of Britain's industrial heritage. I really, really do. Even though it was horrific and full of dead kids and all sorts of horrible things and atrocities happened in these places in the Industrial Revolution. It is beautiful to see such a nice big building be recreated in train sim currently. It's just I can't think of another route where we've had a really good, great big proper new mill building since like the Coogee days. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. The station itself again stunning, with that sort of brickwork, and somebody told me what the name of the brickwork was the other day, and I can't remember what it was now. But all of the little signs are in. Oh. New types of houses. It's just, and this is a church, isn't it? It's the round spire church or something. I can't remember. It's quite phallic. Also, you'll see on here, you'll see some of Max's awesome new way of texture where you can get sort of mossy bits and darker bits, and you're not just looking at like blank or repeated textures. I think on the bridges as well. This was probably not the best one to do it because it hasn't got it. You'll see underneath the bridges, you'll see darker lines and water streaks and all that sort of jazz. It really makes a difference. Really, really makes a difference. One other thing I'll say about this route is that there are supposedly a lot of Easter eggs. So do keep your eye out for those. Just looks so cool. I'll show you this as well in a second. So here you'll see it. See how the concrete's darker and you've got the streaks coming down. It's a very nice touch with it just being plain concrete. It looks so good. You can see under the coping stones up there as well. And the different streaks. You're not getting just like the repetitive, which we were all quite used to, that just sort of square texture repeated on itself. Oh, I didn't mean to go to emergency. ham-fisted with the brakes there. Right, where be my stopping point? There. I know that's an HST one. There's not like some... No, I think it is that one. So this is Shipley. So this is a triangle. So one of the runs comes this way and goes that way. There is the route that goes up that way. Ilkley, which isn't this bit, isn't in yet, but the other, whatever way that way is, I can't remember what way it is. You'll see it in another video anyway soon. But yeah, so this is Shipley Station, all three sides of it. With the car park in the middle that Cameron's very proud of, because that was not an easy feat. But it is done really nicely. A lot of attention has been put on the stations in this route, and I think it really does show. It really, really, really does. It really shows. Stunning. Just stunning. It's just not a lot I can say, is there? It speaks for itself, so I can just shut up, I suppose. Right, I was going to show you this. So this, if I remember right, is an indoor market. And this lovely clock up here is actually modelled by Klaus, who's not known for his modelling, and that is how it is in real life. That literally is how it is in real life. Doesn't have any numbers. But yeah, it's in Shipley's indoor market. I've said that now, but it's not going to be an indoor market at all. We can take a nice little walk along the canal. That sort of thing floats your boat. Those of you that drive this will probably recognise the bridges as well as a nice bit. It's a nice big point. There's another bridge. I don't think it's on this section, but it's got like a disused side and a used side, and it's got like it with just the bars across. It looks stunning. I think that's actually from the other direction. Give you another little look at the 333 while we're here. I think Max has got that front end shaped bob on. It is just that tumble home at the bottom that he wants to sort. So the tumble home is the bit where the body side rolls back into the underframe. And it was pointed down the stream, it's not quite right, but is it going? I don't know. It might not be going, but we are. So let's get in and get ready. Next stop is Leeds. Didn't think we were going to make it to 30 from there, you know. So I think, don't quote me on this, but that might be the Ilkley branch. Or there is an Ilkley branch. That is coming. It's not in just yet. But I think it might... I don't know if it is that, actually. Maybe. I don't know the area geographically well at all. That made it all the more fun in the stream, where people going, oh, that looks like Wallace and Gromitville. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah. Last the summer wineland. I still had no idea where I was. Although I think I have actually been to the village where they filmed Last the Summer Wine. Many, many moons ago. This tunnel actually has occlusions. A lot of the tunnel occlusions and sound stuff and the sound on underbridges and things isn't done yet. That is something I know Max wants to do. Right, what station is this? I can't remember. Appley Bridge. Nice little modern lightweight sort of parkway station there. I like that. I don't remember seeing this actually on the way in. You may have seen this structure actually in Agron's Suburban Glasgow upgrade as well. Oh, new section. So a lot of these sort of like little bits that I know that some routes don't need it, and really they don't, like some of this clutter and like little, not even like cameos as such, but some routes really don't need it, and then other routes just really, really benefit from it, and this is one of those ones that does just really benefit from it. And it's a really cool, interesting line with a 333 as well. And when that's drivable, God. See, every time I drive this, I notice somewhere another little really pretty bit. Look at that bit down there with the rocks going into the river and that. Another very modern lightweight station here. Kirkstall Forge, this is a new station anyway, yeah. Cool looking building that, isn't it? It's like some James Bond baddie's lair. This bit, yeah, I've seen this bit, look. Saw this bit when I was coming this way. It's just really, really nice. I mean, liking canals and rivers and things does help with this because this route is full of them. But you can see why nobody really wanted to do this route before. You really can. It's pretty complicated for what it is. There's a lot of complex scenery for what it is as well. New substation there. Oh, I need to show you... new section. Does this one have all the new bits? There are all new bits for neutral sections and switch gears and all of that jazz. I don't know if this one has them. But anyway, you'll see more and more of that when I do a little bit of a catalogue reveal for the Common Library. This is, of course, us on our approach into Leeds now. When I did this scenario on stream, I had a long old wait outside Leeds. I am assured that that has been fixed. So we should be relatively quick into Leeds. So Leeds Station itself is the model, is from the Huddersfield Leeds route. The rest of around Leeds has been rebuilt. So all of this coming into Leeds, all the other side of Leeds has all been rebuilt. So another look at this one and see if we've got any new bits here. Yeah, so you've got new drums here, new switch gear. Nice. Nice. There's also some other bits of the OHLE stuff that I want to show you as well, but I'm not going to get to in this video now. I'm checking my signals because I need to be sure when I'm going in here, because I haven't done it when it's let us straight in. Like these new access pads as well, these road rail access pads, want to get ours swapped out for these ones as well. They're stunningly done. They actually look like the rubber. Our ones were always too black. We just never get the texture in right. But Max has done those superbly, where they actually look like they're made of the rubber they are. It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. It's amazing how little things can excite you, but it's just brilliant. Looks so much better than the default version of this route, doesn't it? I knew I was going a bit fast. Don't span on the video, Alan. Don't span on the video. Don't span on the video. I'm going to span on the video. Ah! Oh, 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 oh. By a boy. I've been closer, I won't lie, but that was I'll just readjust myself after that. Right, so yeah, this is Leeds. So nothing's been particularly done to Leeds Station currently. There are stop car markers and things all going in as they should be, but you'll see the differences in and around Leeds. We have the road now. Oh, that was more excitement than I needed at this time of the day, I'll tell you that for nothing. I'd never know where I'm stopping in Leeds. Never. Unless I've got a set of buffers ahead of me. So yeah, as I said, I don't think Leeds has had the like the clouds treatment with the clutter and stuff just as of yet. And I know he's got stop car markers to do for in here and all the boards and that. It's going to be this end, isn't it? 80. I've only been to Leeds Station like twice in my life. Guess I'm going to stop before that signal. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you've enjoyed that route as much as I have. I'm going to do 2 more videos on this route in the coming weeks of the other 2 scenarios for you guys to have a look at, so you can see the other section, the Rolston Quarry, and the other way of running this back to where to the other station. Again, a massive thank you to all the guys that have been involved in this project. It is phenomenal. Really want to hear your guys' feedback in the comments, please, guys. Please, please, please let us know. And on that note, I'll leave you to it. So once again, guys, thanks very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Head over to Thomson for your latest creations, trades, and needs. And I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.